prose lesson number 1.4 Pillars of Democracy by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Part 2. Hello dear students and dear friends. In my last video lecture, I discussed the icebreakers of the lesson Pillars of Democracy by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. I had also introduced you the writer Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar and this lesson in my last video lecture. Friends, today too I will continue with the same lesson Pillars of Democracy by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, and I will explain this lesson line by line in detail. But before that, I would like to revise certain important points of this lesson. Before reading this lesson and explaining it in detail, I would like to revise certain important points of this lesson. The first important point of this lesson is this lesson is in the form of an essay. This lesson is in the form of an essay. The second important point of this lesson is, in this essay, the writer Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar is critical of hero worship, and he has laid emphasis on the values of liberty, equality and fraternity. Means in this essay, the writer Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar criticizes the hero worship, and he also emphasizes the values of liberty, equality and fraternity. In simple words, in this lesson, the writer Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar highlights the importance of the values of liberty, equality and fraternity. The third important point of this lesson is, according to the writer Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, these three principles, liberty, equality and fraternity, will make India a strong nation. According to the writer Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, these three principles, liberty, equality and fraternity, will make our country India a strong nation. And the fourth and the last important point of this lesson is, in this lesson, the writer Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar says that the hero worship is surely a road to degradation and to eventual dictatorship, and also to the collapse of a nation. I repeat, the last and the fourth important point of this lesson is, in this lesson, the writer Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar says that the hero worship is surely a road to degradation and finally to dictatorship, and also it is the road to the collapse of a nation. So here we have discussed and revised the important points of this lesson. Now let's start the reading of the lesson. I will read this lesson line by line and I will explain its content in detail. So friends, open your textbook of English and see this lesson on page number 36, or you can also read this on the screen in front of you. Pillars of democracy. If we wish to maintain democracy, not merely in form but also in fact, what must we do? If we wish to maintain democracy, not merely in form but also in fact, what must we do? This essay begins with a very important question. And in this question, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar asks us, if we wish to maintain our democracy, not merely in form, but also in fact, what must we do? The first thing in my judgment we must do is to hold fast to constitutional methods of achieving our social and economic objectives. Now here Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar provides the answers to this question. What must we do to maintain our democracy in form as well as in fact? Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar says, the first thing that we must do is to hold fast to the constitutional methods of achieving our social and economic objects. When there was no way left for constitutional methods for achieving economic and social objectives, there was a great deal of justification for unconstitutional methods. Unconstitutional methods means unconstitutional ways, unconstitutional techniques. Ways or the techniques apart from the constitution or which are not there in constitution. And the writer Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar says, when there was no left for the constitutional methods to achieve economic and social objectives, then there is a great deal of justification for the unconstitutional ways. Then there was a great deal of justification for unconstitutional ways for maintaining economic and social objectives. But where constitutional methods are open, there can be no justification for these unconstitutional methods. But wherever the constitutional methods are open, there can be no justification for these unconstitutional ways or methods for achieving economic and social objectives in society or in country. These methods are nothing but the grammar of anarchy, and the sooner they are abandoned, the better for us. These unconstitutional ways to achieve economic and social objectives are nothing but a grammar of anarchy. Grammar of anarchy means a state of disorder due to the absence of non-recognition of controlling system. And so these unconstitutional ways of achieving economic and social objectives in our country India or in society are nothing but it is just the grammar of anarchy. That is merely the state of disorder which is created because of the absence of proper controlling system. And the sooner this grammar of anarchy, sooner these unconstitutional methods are abandoned, it is better for us. Means we should abandon these unconstitutional ways or methods of achieving economic and social objectives as early as possible, according to the writer Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, and that will be better for us. This is the first answer, that what we should do to maintain our democracy in fact and form. Now the second answer, second solution that Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar gives us, and that is, the second thing we must do is to observe the caution which John Stuart Mill has given to all who are interested in the maintenance of democracy, namely, not to lay their liberties at the feet of even a great man, or to trust him with powers which enable him to subvert their institutions. Subvert. Subvert means to overthrow or to destroy. To subvert means to overthrow or to destroy. John Stuart Mill was the British economist and philosopher. Here Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar gives us the second solution to maintain our democracy in form and fact. And he says the second thing to maintain our democracy in fact and form is to observe the caution, to observe the warning that was given by the British economist and philosopher John Stuart Mill to all who are interested in the maintenance of democracy. And he says not to lay their liberties at the feet of even a great man, or to trust him with the powers which enable him to subvert their institutions. Where this John Stuart Mill says that no one should lay their liberty, or no one should lay his or her liberties at the feet of even a great man to save the democracy, or to trust him with the powers that enable him to destroy their institution. Means here Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar supports the opinion of the John Stuart Mill. He gives the evidence of the statement and the opinion of the British economist and philosopher John Stuart Mill to maintain the democracy, or to maintain our democracy in form and fact. And according to John Stuart Mill, in order to maintain the democracy, no one should lay his or her liberties at the feet of a great man, even though he is a great man. And also we should not trust that person, that great person, to that level that will enable that great man to destroy their institution, to destroy their state. There is nothing wrong in being grateful to a great man who have rendered lifelong services to the country. Rendered means contributed, made available. Babasaheb Ambedkar says here that there is nothing wrong in being grateful, there is nothing wrong in being thankful to great people, to great men who have contributed their lifelong services to the country, who have contributed their lifelong services to the nation and society. But there are limits to gratefulness. Here the writer Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar tells us that there is nothing wrong in being thankful or grateful to great people, to great men who have contributed their lifelong services to the country and to the society. But there are limits to this gratefulness. As has been well said by the Irish patriot Daniel O'Connell, no man can be grateful at the cost of his honor. No woman can be grateful at the cost of her chastity. And no nation can be grateful at the cost of its liberty. Chastity means purity, modesty. Particularly this word is used regarding the women. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar tells us that there is nothing wrong in being grateful to great men who have contributed their lifelong services to the country or to the nation. But there are limitations. There are certain limits to this gratefulness regarding those great men. As it is explained and stated by the Irish patriot Daniel O'Connell, and he says that no man can be grateful at the cost of his honor. No woman can be grateful at the cost of her chastity. And no nation can be grateful at the cost of its liberty. Means one should not be grateful to other great man at the cost of his honor. No woman should be grateful to other at the cost of her chastity. And no nation should be grateful or can be grateful at the cost of its liberty. Means this highlights that this gratefulness has certain limits. This caution is far more necessary in the case of India than in the case of any other country. And this caution, this warning given by the Irish patriot Daniel O'Connell is far more necessary in the case of India rather than in the case of any other country. For in India, bhakti, or what may be called the path of devotion or hero worship, plays a part in politics unequaled in magnitude by the part it plays in the politics of any other country in the world. Here the writer says that this caution that is given by the Irish patriot Daniel O'Connell is far more necessary in the case of India in comparison with other countries, because in India we have bhakti, what may be called the path of devotion or hero worship, that plays a part in politics in unequaled magnitude. As far as its role is concerned in the politics of the other countries in the world. Means this hero worship, this devotion plays very crucial role. It has taken unequaled magnitude in Indian politics or in politics in India in comparison with the politics in other countries in the world, because in India bhakti or worship is called as the path of devotion. Hero worship means excessive admiration for somebody. Bhakti in religion may be good, Bhakti in religion may be a road to the salvation of the soul. The writer Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar says that bhakti in religion may be a road to the salvation of the soul. But in politics, bhakti or hero worship is a sure road to degradation and to eventual dictatorship. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar says that bhakti or hero worship in religion may be good. It may be a road to the salvation of the soul. But in politics, bhakti or hero worship is surely a road to degradation and eventually to dictatorship. On the 26th January 1950, we are going to enter into a life of contradictions. Contradictions means ideas that are opposed to one another. Contradictions means ideas that are opposed to one another. On 26th of January 1950, we are going to enter into a life of contradictions, opposite ideas. In politics, we will have equality, and in social and economic life, we will have inequality. The writer says that in politics, we will have equality, but in social and economic life, we will have inequality. This is the contradiction. In politics, we will be recognizing the principle of one man, one vote, and one vote, one value. One man, one vote means a system of voting in which every person in a group or a country has the right to cast his or her vote. And one vote, one value. One vote, one value means each individual's vote is counted and has equal value. In politics, we will have equality, and in social and economic life, we will have inequality. In politics, we will be recognizing the principle of one man, one vote, and one vote, one value. Means everybody has the right of voting, and every vote is important and has equal value. In our social and economic life, we shall, by reason of our social and economic structure, continue to deny the principle of one man, one value. So in political life, we have this one man, one vote, one man, one vote, one value. But in our social and economic life, we shall, by reason of our social and economic structure, don't have this principle of one man, one value. How long shall we continue to live this life of contradictions? And so here Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar asks us, how long shall we have this life of contradiction? Means in political life, we all are given the right of voting, and everybody's vote is considered with equal importance and value. But in social and economic life, in social and economic structure, we deny the principle of one man, one value. And how long shall we continue to live this life of contradictions? How long? Contradiction means in political life, one thing and one idea is there, one situation and scenario is there, and in social and economic life, another scenario, another situation, opposing situation, contradictory situation is there. If we continue to deny it for long, we will do only by putting our political democracy to peril. We must remove this contradiction at the earliest possible moment, or else those who suffer from inequality will blow up the structure of political democracy which this assembly has so laboriously built up. Peril means danger, risk. And Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar tells us, how long shall we continue to live this contradictory life? And how long shall we continue to deny this equality in our social and economic life? If we continue to deny it for long, we will do so only by putting our political democracy into danger. Means we treat our people, we treat our citizens in political life in one way, and we treat our citizens, the same citizens, our same people, in another way in social and economic life. So this is what the contradiction is. This is what the danger to democracy is, according to Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. And this is what the contradictions are. We treat our citizens and people in our society in one way in political life, and we treat our same citizens and people in our society in a quite opposite way in social and economic life. And this is the most dangerous thing for democracy and our political democracy. We must remove this contradiction at the earliest possible moment, or else those who suffer from inequality will blow up the structure of political democracy which this assembly has so laboriously built up. And Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar advises us that we should remove this contradiction of inequality at social and economic life and political life as early as possible. Otherwise, the people who suffer from this inequality will blow up the structure of this political democracy that was built up by this assembly with the hard pains. These people who suffered from this inequality will arise and they will destroy the structure of this political democracy that has been created and built up by this assembly with the hard work and hard efforts. So friends, we should stop here. In my next video lecture, I will discuss the remaining part of this lesson. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.